Welcome to Chamber Chat. We're back on the road highlighting the movers and shakers here in Habersham County. Our next stop today is a super innovative school that has just opened up in our community. The School of Future Arts offers some unique courses designed to teach the highest art form to the next generation. We're going to step inside the red door and find out more. All right, everybody, we are here with Justin Freeman, who is the master behind the School of Future Arts. We're here inside of the school right now, so thanks for being on the show today.
Glad to be here.
And I want to know a little bit about your background and how you got to this School of Future Arts.
Sure. Well, I'm a Habersham Central grad, so this is a homecoming for me in a lot of ways. Yeah, go Raiders. I was most spirited in 2003.
Really?
Believe it or not.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
I was. True thing. So I went on from there and I studied music education and composition at the University of Georgia.
Go Dogs.
Sure. And then I did not go on to work in the school system. Instead, I actually ended up going into computer programming, which is what you maybe would not necessarily expect. But I worked for several years doing web development and things of that nature. And then I've moved back home and I've decided to do something that's going to be good for the community. So I am teaching the future arts, which in this case is video games. Everybody loves video games.
Everybody loves video games.
That's it. So here we are going to be teaching anything that is good for making video games. And that's music, that's composing, recording, that's digital arts, graphic design, three-dimensional design, coding, anything you might use to make a video game and send it out to the world, I'm going to be teaching here in the School of Future Arts.
So why is the skill of video games and coding, why is that so important right now for this future generation?
Oh, okay, because video games, really computers, coding is the job of the future.
Yeah.
IT jobs are going to be growing, outpacing the rest of the economy. It's a skill that anybody is going to be able to use going forward. And with video games, we can take it and we can make it fun and do something that's really engaging for young people so they can take these skills and learn really valuable things and then use them going forward for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool to learn how to make a video game.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to understand why music and video games go hand in hand, because you have to tell us about it.
Sure. Well, all video games have music in them, of course. That's part of the experience. And, one thing that I love about video games is that they are such an immersive experience that uses so many different art forms and so many different skills that people use. Everything from, painting a picture to building a sculpture. Every character in a video game is like a sculpture, and we've got music that is matching, some of the greatest works that are out there. We've got stories that are as good as any novel and cinematics that you are just like anything you would see in a movie. So video games span the whole spectrum of things that you can learn, even things like math and physics and computing. Everything that we do as people comes together in the creative work of making a video game.
So what's the format for the class?
Okay, so what we're doing is one-on-one lessons. We don't have like a large classroom setting. And even if we're doing something like coding, it's going to work in a lot the same way that a traditional music lesson would work. You would come in with an instrument, you sit down, you practice your instrument, you work at it over the week, and then I'm going to give you new exercises and things like that. To help grow your skills. We're doing the same thing with coding. You're going to bring in your laptop, you're going to sit down, we're going to type code, I'm going to show it to you, we're going to work on it, and then you're going to have an assignment to go home and bring me back something, and we're going to branch out into doing things that are creative and fun.
That's so cool. So what ages of students are you?
Yeah, so for musical instruments, we're going to do all ages, okay? Mm-hmm. But you can start usually at like an elementary school age is a great time to start learning an instrument if you want to really build skill at it. For coding and things on the computing end, we want students who are a little bit older, probably late middle school. Ideally, we want them to be able to type. They're going to need to have a laptop, and then it's preferable that they have probably some better math and logic skills. We want them to kind of have an idea of working with variables and things like that. So probably like a pre-algebra level.
So now, for the music, do they need to bring their own instruments, or?
They will need to get their own instrument, yep.
Okay. How many instruments do you play?
I can play every instrument, and it's funny because anytime I say that, people challenge me. They try to come up with whatever the one thing is I can't play. But we're doing everything. We're doing strings like guitars, bass guitar, we've got them right here. But we're also doing bowed strings, things like violin and viola. We're doing keyboard instruments, piano, we're doing wind instruments, saxophone, clarinet, drums, vocal lessons, anything. Whatever you can come up with, I'm certified to teach it.
Awesome. So now, so you've just started. You're just getting getting up and running.
That's it.
And so for people who are watching out there who this might be of interest to you or your child or someone that you know, tell us how people can find out more.
Yeah, well, the best thing to do would be to go to www.schooloffuturearts.com. That's schooloffuturearts.com. And we've got a listing there of some of the things that we're offering right now, and you can send us a message on the site, and we can get in touch with you and get you on the schedule.
All right, so tell us where you're located.
All right, we are on the west side of the Clarksville Square. Just go in the red door. We're up above the pet shop, and you'll see the sign. When you come in, go straight up the steps, and there we are in Suite 207.
All right. Well, I'm excited for what you've got going on. I think it's really cool. I think it's very innovative. It's a super unique business and a super unique niche. And kudos for coming back home and bringing your ideas and your talents here to hopefully, grow the talents of the kids in our community.
Yeah,
I think
thanks.
that's
I appreciate
awesome.
it. I'm looking forward to it.
So check out schooloffuturearts.com. West side of the square in downtown Clarksville. Look for the red door. Head straight up the stairs. Come and see Justin. Learn all about how you can get involved in these music classes, coding classes. Make your own video game. Who wouldn't want to do that? I think it's so cool. So thanks, Justin. We'll be right back.